Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and a free 30-day trial at www.audibletrial.com/heroes, villains, and sidekicks. Over 180 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Episode 36, Lying Cat. On this episode of the Heroes, Villains, and Sidekicks Show, we're going to be doing something a little different character-wise. We're going to be talking about a sidekick, but, that's not really the different part. We've talked about sidekicks before. The different part is that this sidekick isn't human. It's actually a hairless, blue-green space cat who accompanies an intergalactic assassin that goes by the name of the Will. In this episode, I promise not to tell a lie, because she would know it. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Lying Cat, who appears in Brian K. Vaughan's awesome comic, Saga. And before we start the podcast, I'd just like to remind everyone, if you get a second, please hop over to iTunes and leave us a review. That helps us sort of move up the ranks. That helps more people know about us. And that just helps the cast. That helps get the word out. So if you can head over there just to iTunes, take 2 seconds and leave us a review. Also, if you'd like to hear about a specific character, you can, 1, head over to our Facebook page and leave a message. We're getting a few messages over there lately. Or 2, you can go to the website, heroesvillainsandsidekicks.com, and you can leave a voice message. And if you do that, if you click on that little microphone, we'll actually just play your message right in the episode. So it's pretty cool. We did it back in a Wild Dog? I almost said Wildcat. Wild Dog episode, and it was really fun. So head over to the site, heroesvillainsandsidekicks.com, to leave a message on who you'd like to hear in the podcast. So we don't know a lot about Lying Cat. I mean, she's in the story. I'm not even sure if I should be calling her a she. I'm trying to remember if they have ever said if it's a boy or a girl. I'm going to call Lying Cat a she. But because I don't like to use the pronoun they or it, so I'm going to use she. And you may have guessed it, Lying Cat is that. She is a cat, and she's large. She's a really large cat, blue-green, spots, a stripe. She's about the size of a large tiger. And here's the thing, she only says one word, and you may have guessed it, or maybe you haven't. I don't know. But the word is lying. And that's it. That's all she says. Now, you can tell, obviously, that she can understand what you're saying. She is sentient. She knows what you're talking about, because sometimes she will make faces or little, noises if you've said something that is probably true, but she doesn't want to. She's sort of like grudgingly admitting it's the truth, maybe because she doesn't want to know it's true, or you don't really want to know it's true. So she knows what you're saying, but she can only say the word lying. So if you're in the presence of Lying Cat and you don't tell the truth, she will erupt with one word, and then of course is lying, and of course everyone sort of just cringes because they know they've been caught in a lie. And this isn't, it isn't just for bad guys or people when it's convenient. If her partner, the Will, who is this intergalactic assassin, such an amazing character, we'll be doing a podcast on him as well. If he were to tell a lie, even if they're in the company of people where it would not do him good for them to know he's lying, she will say lying. So this is a code that they have, the lying cats, because here's the thing. There is a world of these lying cats, and we see a little bit of it and we hear a little bit of it when we're told that Lying Cat, maybe why she's a little grouchier than most of her race, that she was actually the runt of the litter. And there's a great pic over on the site, heroesvillainsandsidekicks.com. There's a lot of cool pics and pages from Saga, but there's this great page where it shows her mother sort of, not shushing her away, but really sort of telling her to get away and that she's the runt of the litter. So it's really interesting to see that there's this whole planets, maybe, I don't know, of lying cats. I really hope that Brian K. Vaughan does a comic just as showing Lying Cat, her planet or whatnot. And again, I didn't mention it a lot, but Lying Cat is in a comic called Saga. And it is just fantastic. Love, intergalactic war between these two planets. It is It is probably one of the best comic books I read when I get it. I pick it up in trade. It's another one of those ones I wish I just gotten the issues right off the bat because they're really hard to find at this point in single issues. But I get the trades and they're fantastic. It's like when it comes in, I don't get to read it first. My wife reads it first, and then I get to read it. But it is great. So that's really all we kind of know about Lying Cat, that they have this code against lying. There's also a code against who they're able to, they won't just attack people willy-nilly. There's a code. They have to be in danger, or her partner needs to be in danger. She's, people take her with a grain of salt because nobody likes to be called on lying, and people think of her as being wise or just sort of being a jerk, but she's doing what she does. She just says lying and calls you on it. Now, one of the best moments that Lying Cat had, in my opinion, that I really loved, and again, she's become a huge favorite in the comic book with people that want to see more and more of her, is, well, I think why people like her and why I'm drawn to her is the character's simplicity. She has a simplicity of function. You lie, she calls you on it. You're a threat, she rips your throat out. But at the same time, she has this, the cat has this sweet side too. Now, one of my favorite pages, if not my favorite, one of my favorite pages of the whole series has to do with Lying Cat. And there's this character in the book, and it's a 6-year-old named Sophie, and she was forced to be a sex worker on a pleasure planet. It was all, it didn't show anything, but just knowing that's what she was, it was all very gross and very disturbing. But don't worry, the Will literally crushed her handler's head between his palms without blinking or breaking a sweat. That was a fun page to read after hearing what they subjected this girl to. But, the page itself, needed to give you a little bit of a background, is it's nice out, it's sunny, she's safe now, she's with the Will, and her and Lying Cat are sitting in the sun, and Lying Cat is sort of wrapped around her, and she's leaning on his side, or her side, and she's saying things, she's saying statements like, my name is Sophie, I'm 6 years old, things like that. She's happy, she's smiling. And you realize she's, is she testing out if Lying Cat is going to say something? Obviously, that's what she's doing. Then in the last panel, she turns her head and she looks down and she looks sad and she says, I am all dirty on the inside because I did bad things with. And then Lying Cat just interrupts, doesn't open her eyes, and just says, lying. And the girl just smiles and hugs him, and it is such a powerful page. It's beautiful. And the page is over on the site, heroesvillainsandsidekicks.com. And I tell you, after I read that, I was already hooked on the book, but to be able to do that with a story and with a character that literally says one word, to make us, feel for this character and understand that, its code can be a pain when you're caught in a lie, but it can help you reveal how you really feel about yourself and things about yourself that you might not have known. Now, it is, again, there's not a lot written about her backstory, the Lying Cat's backstory. I have read some things where if you believe it to your core, Lying Cat can't tell if you're lying or not. So you have to believe it, I guess, to your core. You have to believe it's a lie, almost like any lie detector, right? I guess how do people beat lie detectors is, either they're sociopaths and it doesn't register with them, or you truly believe that happened. And if you can make yourself believe that, then I guess you tricked the lie detector. But, that's I guess, happened in a few issues. It was written about it somewhere on some website when I was doing research. I've read all the issues. I don't remember that ever happening, but at the same time, it's up pretty far, and the trades come out every whatever months, so I might have forgotten it. So if you do know of the episode that maybe happened in, go ahead and go to heroesvillainsandsidekicks.com, go to the episodes page, and look for the episode 36 Lying Cat post, and put it in the comments. But that's really it. That's all we know about this character, but I really wanted to do a show on Lion Cat because, it's one of those characters that have like a small role in a comic. They don't have a huge background story, but I just want to talk about, and I just sort of want you guys to know about. So I'm probably going to be doing some of these like shorter episodes on these little characters that, they're interesting. They don't have a huge backstory, but they're really, really fun. So that's Lion Cat. Again, check out Saga, and you can, read more about the character and more about the world. It's just a fantastic comic. Well, I want to thank you for listening to the show this week. Again, head over to the site and heroesvillainsandsidekicks.com if I haven't said it enough. And you can go to the episodes page and look for this post, episode 36, Lion Cat. And you can see all the photos, and you can post a comment. You can also, if you get a second, of course, you can listen to the show right there on the site. But if you get a second, head over to iTunes and subscribe. And if you can't subscribe or you don't want to subscribe, just leave a review. Again, reviews help the site get more recognition and more notice and sort of move up the ranks. And that helps us be seen and actually heard by more people. And if you want to hear of a specific character, head over to the site and go right to the homepage. There's a little microphone. Click on it, and you can leave a message. Our theme music is by Broke for Free, and again, head over to the site where you can see images and pages of all the sort of things I've been talking about on this post, and I'm going to be working on some more episodes. I've got some really amazing interviews that I've been recording this weekend that I cannot wait to make shows out of. Just fantastic. Amazing people, so excited to get to talk to them. So I'm really looking forward to you hearing those interviews in the future. They were really fun. Well, I'm Kevin Volo, and this is the Heroes, Villains, and Sidekicks Show. I want to thank you for listening, and we'll be back next week with more. Take care.